Hey, how you doing? It's John Red Eagle. Welcome to another day of life according to Red Eagle and the thought for the day. And I'm going to get your face on this one because some of you are just now awakening and enlightening and everything, and you're kind of experiencing new things. Something that my nephew Marlo and I were talking about last night. Was about how people are beginning to experience their spiritual gifts, their abilities, their talents, and it scares them. And I've experienced with one of my clients a couple of years ago where she remembered suppressing it. And a lot of that is because of what we're told. So the first thing I want to do is ask, why is it scary? You know, why is it scary to you? Is it due to preconceived perceptions from what someone's told you? And they're telling you, you know, that's not normal, it's not right. If you have dreams and you're seeing things, or you see entities, or you see auras, or you see things happening before they happen. And let me tell you something right now. Just because you see something that you think is bad and it comes to light and actually happens in our reality, it's not your fault. You have an ability that a lot of people want, you know. So how you experience your reality is changing, and honestly, that's a good thing. You know, what everyone is longing for right now is a deeper connection to their spiritual self, their true self. And you're a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around. So the first thing I think you need to do is just kind of like just breathe and let it go, you know, and say, it is what it is, or is it? Because in this false reality that we live in, that's the third dimension, you're breaking into brand new ground. You know, you're on the cutting edge of breaking into the fourth dimension, which is going to lead us all into the fifth dimension, and that's the coolest part about it. Okay, so if you do have these premonitions, and you feel like you have to keep them to yourself, my first bit of advice, I think, would be to find somebody you can confidently speak to about spiritual things, a mate or a confidant in some type that you can connect with. You know, meditate on it, pray about it, whatever it is you need to do for you, okay? But what if you're having these premonitions, or you know, you're becoming more clairvoyant or clairaudient, or there's so many different, you're more psychic or a medium. A psychic is someone who can look into different timelines and see things that are possibilities for you. So don't ever say, well, that psychic was wrong, because they're seeing things that are perceived in the moment. Okay? And then you have to bring in all other free will choices of everyone in their realities on which that will come true or not come true. And a lot of it is your own free will. So you kind of got to go with that. A medium, in my definition, is somebody, and I do sometimes do this, but not as much as others that are, you know, is more their gift. But a medium is someone who does connect with the other side, who connects with entities in that they can give you messages from loved ones and so on and so forth. Like, I'll have a couple different instances I've had. Maybe not someone's name or personality or whatever, because entities, you know, they're spirits, they all have personalities like we do, and they come across, and I might not get a name, I might just get a letter, and then I'll tell, okay, so this is someone you need to connect with, or someone you need to keep an eye out for that's going to come into your life, kind of thing. So that's the difference between a psychic and a medium, as far as I've been taught and I've experienced. But anyway, so the cool thing, the good news about this is that you're becoming more enlightened and more awakened, and you're able to move through the lifting of the veil into a higher dimension. Like I said, the fourth dimension, and possibly into the fifth, but more likely into the fourth. And my only warning is this, is that if you have any negative thoughts in the fourth dimension, they will manifest very quickly, almost instantly. So my warning to you is that you need to keep all your thoughts in love and light. And that's advanced forgiveness and unconditional love. Very, very important. Keep them as positive as you possibly can. Nobody can do it 24/7. We're human. We're here for that human experience. So don't beat yourself up. But let go of that fear and face it and say it out loud. This is something that I do. And I learned this from, I can't remember her first name, Livingston. She was from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. This was back in 2008, I believe it was. And I've used it, and it works extremely well. When you have a negative thought or a negative entity that comes into your life, or, some people call them ghosts. I don't want that. But it's like, okay, thanks for coming, but I no longer need you because you no longer serve my highest good. And then imagine a light switch, and you turn that light switch off to that entity or that thought or whatever it is. Because you want to keep yourself in as high a vibration as possible, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're raising your vibration. And I think one of the things that take away some of the fear too is that, connect with more people that are spiritual and in the metaphysical world. Find out what you like. Do you like stones? Do you like oil essences? Do you like holistic remedies for healing? Mothers really love that kind of stuff, for helping their children get through things instead of using drugs. I freaking hate drugs. I haven't taken drugs since probably 2005 or 6 or whatever. The most I take is like a BC powder. It's like it's an aspirin, but in a powder form, to get rid of my aches and pains and headaches and things. So, but listen, there's no need to be scared. You just have to ask yourself, why are you scared? And then go back. It's like, okay, so there's an old thought form, old thoughts that have caused a belief, and that I should think that this is bad. It's not. It's freaking awesome. I'm proud of you if you're facing this little challenge, this life lesson in your life right now. And I think it's awesome that you have this ability. And you can control it. Like I said, use that light switch if you want to. If you have entities coming into your life, for example, and they're bothering you, when you don't want to be bothered, when you're at home and you're chilling out, do what Miss Livingston did. Just say, you know what? I'm flicking off the switch. I'm going to go take a bath and have my Calgon moment. You know what I mean? Or, the guys, hey, I'm going to go out and hang out with the boys and watch a ball game on TV, or whatever. Whatever it may be. And you can control it. Don't force it to stop. Allow it to open up. Expand yourself and have the full understanding that you're coming into the essence of your true self. And be happy about it. I'm happy for you. I think it's awesome. My 17-year-old daughter, Samantha, is going through some of those things, and she lives with her mother, so we connect every so often whenever she's having a problem. Just yesterday, I was teaching her one of the best ways to ground. And let me throw that out to you too, is because this is very important. Now, you can do this laying down or setting up or whatever. I think grounding and meditation daily is very, 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 very important, especially if you can get away from all the electronic bullshit in our life that are putting off the wrong frequencies. Because when we connect to nature in some way, we can have a flower with a candle sit in front of us and then just be able to connect with that flower if you want, or a plant, whatever you want to do. But what I told my daughter was that I asked her, I said, what, because I gave her some stones, and she's gone to different events with me and bought stones, and I said, well, what ones are do you feel drawn to right now? And she told me the 2 stones, and I said, okay, so put one in each hand, and I want you to just kind of like just chill out and just close your eyes and start your breathing. And I told her previously about a breathing exercise, and I said, okay, so just imagine that your feet are like the roots of a tree, and they're going down into the earth, just like that roots of a large old oak tree. Just imagine that. And once you put your feet in there and they become the roots, and just imagine the feel of the dirt around your feet up to your ankles, and feel the coolness and the essence of the dirt, you know. And then I want you to use your hair, because she has long hair like me. And I want you to use your arms and your fingers as branches and leaves, and just imagine feeling the sun, feeling the rain, feeling the wind, and just being completely connected. And so this is one of the ways you can ground, and just imagine yourself anywhere you want to be. You can be close to a beach and be that oak tree. You can be up in the mountains and have deer and rabbits, around you, and birds and squirrels and all kinds of neat stuff. And then a little while later, I didn't say anything. I didn't know what she was doing and all this. She comes back to me and says, I am. And I don't know if she meant to say anything more, but I thought that was perfect, right? And then right after that, she goes, I'm connected. I feel nature. How awesome is that, So she's going through a learning process. You're going to be going through a learning process too. And there's no reason to be scared. There really isn't. You're doing an awesome job. Just keep going. Make it a presence in your life, a part of your everyday life. And when it happens, just take notes about it. Journal about it. You're going to find yourself probably in 6 months to 12 months time that you're going to have grown in your acceptance of it more so much that in which you're going to be able to pick up things and have knowings about things that you never really thought about before, things that are just going to come to you. And then you're going to find out the synchronicities of the people in your life that are going to need some help, and they're going to be able to you're going to be able to help them through the things that you've journaled and things that have come to you in that meditation or that grounding. So there's no reason to be scared. There really isn't. I'm really happy for you. You can do this. And if you have any questions, get a hold of me on my Red Eagle Psychic Holistic page or John Red Eagle Bailey. And I'll do what I can to give you a little bit of guidance to help you along with this, because there's no reason to fear, okay? Because it's all about love, it's all about light and empathy and compassion for our human souls, but even more so for ourselves. And remember this one last thing, second to the last thing, is to nurture yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, forgive yourself, okay? And the last thing is, as I always say, God bless you all. I love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. But dare to dream. See ya.